They built a helipad right in the water, Joseph. They took it out when they were done filming, of course. Have more waterfalls on each side as we go up the Kahili Falls in front of us. All this land is owned by the Robinson family. Somebody had a question?
I was going to say, none of this is accessible by road, right?
Well, there is a road, to be honest, but it's privately owned, so you'd have to make friends with the Robinson family or get their permission first. If you had that, then you could hike in. My understanding, it takes approximately 2 hours to walk in there, but, you know, running into the Robinsons can be a little bit tricky. They're kind of a reclusive family. But, you know, they're human, and they may like you and get along and say, sure.
They've been here a long time?
They've been here, the family, since 1863.
That's a long time.
That's a long time. They bought all this land in 1865 for $15,000 in gold. They bought the island of Ni'ihau for $10,000 gold and 1 grand piano in 1864.
So it's the same owners as Ni'ihau?
Yes. Originally it was Eliza Sinclair, but her daughter married a guy from Australia named Robinson, so it changed the Robinson name over time, but same family. Their house is actually on the ridge back there. You can just see it about halfway down the ridge.
What are those white birds with the really long tails?
Those are called white-tailed tropic birds, or koa akea. Sometimes they have red tails. So you have red-tailed and white-tailed tropic birds. The red tails are a little more rare.
What part of the island are we on now?
This is basically almost the center. There's a beautiful valley in here. This belongs to them too. No roads, no buildings, no people, no cars. There's a road actually here on the left, but it's not used anymore, back from 1864. I guess every once in a while they do come down and kind of clean it, but nobody's using it for any purpose. It's just so they have access to it. Waimea Canyon as well. head across over to the west side here. This right on the left is where the electric fence was on Jurassic Park when little Timmy got zotzed. Sometimes you can see deer in here, black-tailed deer. They were brought here from Oregon in 1961. The soil is red color in Hawaii because of the iron in it. It's basically rusting. You can hike down in the canyons here. There's roads up in the top. There's a road down below here. Takes you to the aqueducts that they would use. There's two roads up here. Highway 550 splits. It makes a little intersection split. If you can follow one up and then the other one down. See Ni'ihau out in front of us. You can see the road. The second road is right here. Now way out on the west side of Kauai, this is really nothing out here today. There's Kokee State Park is up here, runs down to the shoreline to Polihale State Beach. That's the longest continuous beach in Hawaii. There's a military base and then a drag strip. But this area back in the old days was called Mana, and this was leased to Vladimir Knudsen, a biologist from Norway. He fell in love with the daughter of the lady who bought the island, Annie Sinclair, because Hawaiians believed only a li'i could have land, the royalty, and it was a royal wedding when they got married, because he had the land here, she had the land over there. The Hawaiians liked them, gave them land. We're going to run down to the Nepali coast here. Sometimes when you run along the shoreline, you can see in the caves bones. The Hawaiians would bury the royalty in the cliffs, in the bones. So we'll go down and take a look. That's the military airfield there.
So they have a missile base of some kind. What's the...
Yeah, it's the Pacific Missile Range facility. And then later we'll see the radar tracking site up on the hill that tracks the missiles.
So it's just like a firing range?
Yeah, exactly. Right there. It's kind of neat when we're flying and they launch them. Like, whoa.
How often does that happen?